What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. Just wanted to go over the college basketball game last night. Kansas Jayhawks did win the game 72-69. And this isn't an after the fact video, okay? I did make a pick on the game, as most of you already know. I went ahead and picked Kansas to win the NCAA championship. Most of you already saw this coming based off my video I made after the Final Four. I was telling you that I was most likely going to pick Kansas to win it all. Finished the season strong on a 3-day winning streak. I went 2-0 in the Elite Eight, 2-0 in the Final Four, and 1-0 in the championship game. Nice little ending for the season. Some interesting things last night that I picked up while watching the game. In the beginning, let's go to the play-by-play. When I first turned it on, I thought the scores in the beginning were interesting. For example, Kansas started off 5-0 in the beginning, 5-0 against North Carolina, like 50. As you know, I talked about how Kansas, this was their 50th appearance in the NCAA tournament. The day of this game had 50 date numerology on the Gregorian. Kansas coach sat on 229 losses for his career with the win, the 50th prime number. Right out the number 50, it sums to 66. Kansas became 6-6 head-to-head against North Carolina, like 66 with the win. 50 written out also sums to 69, and North Carolina lost with 69 points. So I thought that was interesting in the beginning when I saw the 5-0. I thought that was a good sign. Of course, I started sweating really hard once halftime came and North Carolina was ahead. I was like, oh, shit, maybe I was wrong. But when I was watching it, I was like, oh, there's a 5-0. That was interesting. And then also I thought that was interesting in the beginning was Kansas being up 11-5 in the beginning, 11-5. The reason why I thought that was interesting that Kansas was up 11-5 in the beginning of the game is because Kansas got their 11th win in a row as North Carolina ended their 5-game winning streak, 5-11, 11-5. On top of that, Kansas got their 115th tournament win as a team, like 11-5, 5-11, 115. You know, it was a day with 271 left in the Gregorian. 271 mathematically is the 58th prime number. 58 written out sums to 115. So I thought those two scores were interesting, the 5-0 and 11-5. Of course, North Carolina went on to dominate the first, and the first half actually ended just before it ended 40-25. I thought it was interesting that it was 38-23. Before the halftime score of 40-25. This is a 15-point difference right here, 38-23. And it was the third day of the 8th month, like 38 on the Hebrew civil calendar. 23, you type it out, sums to 163, the 38th prime number. Kansas Jayhawks sums to 163, the 38th prime number. And this was Kansas Jayhawks' 163rd tournament game in the NCAA bracket, the 38th prime number. And it was 3 months and 8 days from their coach's birthday, like 38. And it was a 15-point difference. 15 written out sums to 38. That also sums to 34. And Kansas won, picking up their 34th win for the season. Bill Self, the coach, sums to 139, the 34th prime number. But the halftime score ended up being 40-25, a 15-point difference. 40 plus 25 is 65. Again, 15 written out. It sums to 65. That was the total for the halftime score. 40-25, a 15-point difference, totaling up to 65. 15 written out sums to 65. 15 sums to 38. It being the third day of the 8th month on the Hebrew civil calendar. Kansas Jayhawks sums to 163, the 38th prime number. 3 months and 8 days from their coach's birthday, like 38. It being their 163rd NCAA tournament game as a team, the 38th prime number. 15 also sums to 124, and Kansas coach sat on 124 losses as a coach for Kansas with the win. And, of course, it's also sums to 34, Kansas picking up their 34th win for this season. What's also interesting about the number 15 and the historic 15-point comeback is if we go to the box score, the player who got hurt on North Carolina at the very end of the game, Bacot, he played 38 minutes on the third day of the 8th month, like 38. 15 sums to 38, the historic 15-point comeback. Well, when he got injured, he was at 15 rebounds for the game, as well as 15 points. 15 points, 15 rebounds. He played a total of 38 minutes, 15 sums to 38 on the third day of the 8th month for the Hebrew civil calendar. Kansas Jayhawks 163, the 38th prime number. It'd be in the 163rd game for Kansas in the NCAA tournament. What's even more fascinating about this player is Armando Bacot played 38 minutes. He had 15 rebounds, 15 points. Well, his season career stats for 2021 and 2022, he was averaging 16.3 points for the season. 16.3, 163, the 38th prime number. He played a total of 38 minutes for the championship game, 15 rebounds, 15 points, 15 written out sums to 38, 163, the 38th prime number. Kansas Jayhawks 163, the 38th prime number. It being their 163rd game in the tournament, the 38th prime number, 3 months and 8 days from their coach's birthday, like 38. Also note that the starters for Kansas, Wilson, he ended the game with 15 points as well. He played a total of 34 minutes. Kansas picking up their 34th win to win it all. He played huge in the second half. He was a part of the comeback, 15 points. McCormick on the Kansas team, he got the last 2 final shots for Kansas to win. He got the 2 hook shots to bring him up to 72 points. He scored a total of 15 points for the entire game as well. So pretty interesting stuff, I think, in my opinion. And hopefully you guys find this stuff fascinating as well. And yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. Had a great season. Hopefully you guys had a great college basketball season. I couldn't ask for it to be any better. I definitely had my fair share of losses in the season, but I'm just glad I ended it on a good note. And hope everyone else had a good day as well. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.